Hello viewers, welcome to Philobite. Today I'm going to tell you a story from the Mahabharata. It is the famous conversation that happened between Yudhishthira the first and the eldest Pandava prince and Yaksha. If you're liking my videos, if you find them entertaining, please consider subscribing. So let's begin the story. This story involves the dialogue between Yudhishthira and Yaksha, and it is found in the Aranya-Parva of the Mahabharata. It is also known as Dharma-Baka Upakhyan or Akshar Dharma, or the legend of the virtuous crane. You see, Baka actually means crane in English. During their exile, the Pandavas dwelt in the gorgeous Vana, which was abundant in beautiful trees and tasty fruits. A deer once dragged away the fire-producing sticks between its antlers of a poor priest who was conducting an important yajna. The prince came to the Pandavas for assistance. The five brothers took up their weapons and started in search of the deer. Even after exhausting all of their hunting and warfare expertise, they were unable to capture the deer. Tired, disappointed, and thirsty, they reached a banyan tree and slept for a few seconds in its shade. Nakula climbed the tree to look around in search of a water source. When he found one, he quickly hurried in that way to quench his thirst. He reached a sparkling lake teeming with cranes. He was about to sip some water to relieve his dry throat when he heard a voice telling him not to drink from the lake. But Nakula was thirsty, so he drank the cool water, ignoring the voice. He died the instant the water reached his lips. Sahadeva, Arjuna, and Bhima came to the lake searching for Nakula. All the brothers except Yudhishthira came to the lake and drank water from there. All had ignored the mysterious voice forbidding them to drink water from there and fell motionless on the ground one by one. The anxious Yudhishthira decided to make the trek himself and came upon the heavenly lake. Yudhishthira noticed his strong brothers on the ground, felled like logs of wood along the side of the lake. When Yudhishthira sought to satiate his thirst by drinking water from the lake before investigating his brothers' deaths, he heard the same celestial voice admonishing him not to drink. It was Yaksha's voice that demanded that Yudhishthira answer his questions before allowing him to drink the water. Yudhishthira saw that the speaker was a crane. The crane warned Yudhishthira that if he drinks the water without answering his questions, he will also die, just like his brothers. Yudhishthira was the wise and intelligent one among his brothers. He thought that the crane must know something about the death of his brothers. So Yudhishthira agreed to answer his questions. And then, before asking the questions, the crane revealed itself to Yudhishthira as a Yaksha. The Yaksha asked Yudhishthira approximately 125 questions on God, metaphysics, philosophy, and life. For this video, I have selected some of my favorites. Yaksha. What is faster than the wind? What grows more than strands of wild grass? Yudhishthira. The mind is faster than the wind. Our worries are more numerous than strands of wild grass. Yaksha. Why are friends forsaken? Yudhishthira. Friends are forsaken because of greed. Yaksha, what is death for a man? Yudhishthira, a poverty-stricken man is as good as dead. Yaksha, what is poison? Yudhishthira, lust is the real poison. Yaksha, what constitutes forgiveness? Yudhishthira, the greatest forgiveness is tolerance of disharmony in the world. Yaksha, which is the invincible enemy? What constitutes an eternal disease? Yudhishthira, anger is the invincible enemy. Covetousness constitutes an eternal incurable disease. Yaksha, what is heavier than the earth itself? What is higher than the heavens? What is faster than the wind? And what is more numerous than grass? Yudhishthira, the mother is heavier than the earth itself, and the father is higher than the heavens. The mind is faster than the wind, and thoughts are more numerous than the grass. Yaksha, what is that which does not close its eyes while asleep? What is that which does not move after birth? What is that which is without a heart? And what is that which swells with its own impetus? Yudhishthira, a fish does not close its eyes while asleep. An egg does not move after birth. A stone is without a heart, and a river swells with its own impetus. Here the river is a metaphor for self-motivation. Yaksha, what is grief? Yudhishthira, ignorance is grief. Yaksha, what is the meaning of charity? Yudhishthira, charity is the protection of all creatures. Yaksha, what is the best of all laudable things? What is the most valuable of all man's possessions? What is the best of all his gains? And what is the best of all kinds of happiness? Yudhishthira, skill is the best of all laudable things. Knowledge is the most valuable of all his possessions. Health is the best of all gains, and contentment is the best of all kinds of happiness. Yaksha, who is truly happy? Yudhishthira, one who is not burdened by debts is truly happy. He remains content and tranquil, even if he cooks in his own house, eating a single meal with few vegetables. Yaksha, what is the highest duty in the world? What is that virtue which always bears fruits? What is that which, if controlled, leads not to regret, and with whom an alliance can never break? Yudhishthira, refraining from injury is the highest duty in the world. The rites ordained in the three Vedas always bear fruit. Mind, if controlled, lead not to regret, and alliance with the good can never break. Yaksha, what is that which, when renounced, makes one more agreeable? What is that which, if renounced, makes oneself happy and wealthy? What is that which, if renounced, leads to no regrets? Yudhishthira, pride, if renounced, makes one agreeable. By giving up desires, one becomes wealthy, and by giving up avarice, one becomes happy. And renouncing wrath leads to no regret. Yaksha, What is envy? Yudhishthira. Envy is nothing but the grief of the heart. Yaksha. What is that thing which is like a mantra in the performance of yajna? Who is the performer of rites and ceremonies during yajna? Yudhishthira. Breath is like a mantra in the performance of the rites. The mind is the performer of the rites and ceremonies during yajna. Yaksha. What is the greatest wonder? Yudhishthira. Day after day, countless creatures travel to the abode of death, yet those who remain have the desire to be immortal. What can be a greater wonder than that? Yaksha. What is said to be the sign of asceticism? And what is true restraint? What constitutes forgiveness? Yudhishthira. Staying in one's own religion is a sign of asceticism. Restraint of mind is the true restraint. Enduring enmity constitutes forgiveness. Yaksha. Which is the real path? Yudhishthira. Mere argument leads to no certain conclusion. The scriptures differ from one another. There is not even one sage whose words could be accepted by all. The truth about dharma is incomprehensible to ordinary man. Therefore, the path along which the great people have trod is the true path. Yaksha. What is said to be knowledge? Yudhishthira. True knowledge is that of divinity. Yaksha. What is tranquility? Yudhishthira. True tranquility is that of the heart. Yaksha. And what has been called simplicity? Yudhishthira. Simplicity consists of equanimity of heart and mind. Yaksha. What constitutes mercy? Yudhishthira. Mercy consists in wishing happiness to all. The Yaksha was extremely happy with the answers of Yudhishthira. He revealed to Yudhishthira that he was none other than the father of Yudhishthira himself. And the father of Yudhishthira was Yamadharma, that is, the god of death, and also the god of righteousness, that is, Dharma-Raj. And then Dharma-Raja asked Yudhishthira, I can give life to one of your four brothers. Which one do you wish to be alive again? Yudhishthira replied, Let Nakula get up with life. Dharma-Raja was surprised. Why Nakula? Why not one of your own brothers, the sons of Kunti? Yudhishthira replied, My father had two wives, Kunti and Madri. In my mind, there is no difference between the two mothers. If I, Kunti's son, am alive, then Madri's son ought to be alive as well. This is dharma, and I shall never abandon that. Hence I ask, let Nakula live. Dharma-Raja was very pleased with his answers and blessed Yudhishthira. He said, You have demonstrated perfect knowledge and absolute commitment to righteousness in this predicament. I grant life back to all your brothers. You shall also have the protection of Dharma, and no one will be able to identify you during your Ajnatavasa. Thank you for watching. Let me know how you're liking my videos, and please, if you like them, do subscribe. See you soon with another story. Bye bye.